Hey everyone, John Henry here from School of Trade. Today we're going to be taking a look at a kind of an interesting setup here on gold. We have a flag pattern that we're trying to get into a little bit early here. The entry is going to be at 66.8. Stop is just going to go below the low down here. 3 contracts there. Now the overall target, I'm looking for this to continue a push higher. Essentially, I want to see the first spike here, we flag out, and then the second spike back up to kind of equal that first spike. So I'm looking right now for a target up here at 71.6. I'm not a huge fan of going straight onto those levels. I think you're always kind of asking for trouble when you do that. So we're going to go to 71.3 should be good. And we're looking for a big burst up to that area. Now, again, we are trying to enter in a little bit early here, so it does mean that there is a chance that this could whip down before going back higher again. That's why I'm only going on with 3 right now, because it is a little bit of a riskier trade in the sense that we're getting in early. Getting in early to any move is always a little bit more difficult, but the standard entry is going to be at 67.9, one tick above that, so 68. So if we can trigger those highs, I'm going to add 2 more up to this area so we can lock in the full size trade back up. That will be splitting them up a little bit, but entering at 68 is the technical area that you want to be getting into, and entering early down here at 66.9 gives a nice break between the two. So that's kind of what we're looking for right now, just for this flag pattern to break back up to the highs here and really just kind of prove that we want to continue back up to the upside. Right now, gold is looking relatively just kind of range bound, right? And I mean, we kind of cycled off the highs. We faded off a little bit in the European session, tried those highs again, and then failed through the lows. And then the lows held and we bounced back up again. So we're looking for this to continue back up to the upside here now and complete this cycled range. Now the overall high here at 69.9 is a big area we want to keep an eye on. That's where that news came out at 8:35. So we're looking for a little bit more continuation here back up from that point. So we've got our extra 2 filled here. Now it's just a matter of seeing this continue back up for our full 5 off at 71.3. Now based on our entries here, we're taking 3 of them off from 66.9 up to the highs here. So it's going to be 3 off at 44. And then the extra 2 that we added on here is going to get taken off at 36. So essentially what we're looking for is 3 off at 44 plus another 36 and 36. So we're looking at 204 ticks on the trade to the upside just because of that little bit of a split fill. I wanted that extra split fill just to really prove that we were going to go back up. And now that we can see this massive continuation back to the upside here, I'm going to lock my stop in a little bit under this candle. So everything's looking really good. This is exactly what we wanted to see back up to the upside. And you could even argue that at this high here, 69.9, might not be a bad idea to just take a couple off there. So you could sell 2 off at that area and then take the rest off at the highs there. I'm pretty much set on looking for a full measured move. If I do see resistance here at 69.9, I will be looking to exit some of them a little bit early. But for right now, everything looks nice and strong. Just got to give a little bit more time here and see if we can catch that next push up and get our target up there at 71.3. All right, so we had a beautiful push to the high side here. We missed our target by 1 tick, 71.2. We hit 71.3. So because of that, I really don't want to see us go back underneath this news candle's high. So I'm going to get pretty aggressive here, but we're going to lock our stop in right there at 69.4. Now we did close past that news candle's high at 69.9, so it's a really good thing. And there we go. We get our tick higher and we get our target fill. Beautiful. So that's exactly what we were looking for to the upside. Again, we didn't want to go full size in, primarily just because we're entering in a little bit early. You're kind of playing with fire when you're doing that. So enter in part size and then add the rest on when you're completely sure that the trade is going in your direction. And now we locked in a beautiful run to the upside, all within pretty much 1 candle. That was a pretty big spike up there. So 204 ticks, 2,040 on the trade, and that's going to do it for me. So if you have any questions about it, feel free to shoot an email to School of Trade. Don't forget to check out our trial at SchoolOfTrade.com, and as always, we'll catch you next time.